Every day in the USA, people find themselves in court.
Okay, so at the jail, you are Andrew Mitchell, is that correct?
Yes, ma'am.
And we will take up your case on the record in 2024 CR 45, State of Kansas versus Andrew Elijah Mitchell, County Attorney Jill Gillette for the state, Mr. Mitchell in person, in custody, and pro se. Mr. Mitchell, this is your formal first appearance. You are accused by the state in count one of unlawful possession of the controlled substance marijuana and or its active ingredient THC. As charged, this is a class B non-person misdemeanor. The penalties for that could be a maximum 6 months in jail and $1,000 in fines. In count two, you're accused of unlawfully possessing drug paraphernalia in the form of a smoking pipe and knife used or possessed to either store or contain, conceal, inject, ingest, inhale, or otherwise introduce controlled substance into the human body. As charged, this is also a Class B non-person misdemeanor with penalties of up to 6 months in the county jail and another fine of up to $1,000. $10,000 cash. In count three, you're accused of transporting an open container.
Whoever's talking at the jail needs to stop because I can't hear over it.
Yeah, is there someone there? Is there a deputy that's not muted or? Well, I muted the defendant, but I need to make sure I can still talk to the defendant. In count three, sir, you're charged with transporting an open container of alcoholic beverage in an automobile on a highway or street open to the public, specifically an open bottle of Captain Morgan alcohol. Do you have any questions so far, Mr. Mitchell, about what I've gone over?
Is there possible? I can I apply for an RO?
An RO, an OR? Like
An
a,
OR. I apologize.
all right, well, we will get to that, but before we get to the issue of the attorney.
As far as the open container, I was not under the influence of any
Okay,
of those substances.
excuse me, you're not charged with DUI, which would be under the influence, but I'm not asking you just yet how you want to plead. Do you want to talk to an attorney before we proceed further on these charges? You do have the right to hire an attorney, and if you cannot afford one, you have the right to apply for court appointed.
I would like to apply for a court appointed.
All right, are you employed?
No,
How long have you been unemployed?
since I've been in about a week.
All right. What kind of work did you do before you became unemployed?
I was working for a Parks and Rec uh, company. It's called REAP, Raytown Education Assistance Program.
What? How old
Um,
are you?
21.
You're 21, high school graduate.
Yes, ma'am.
Your bond is set at 1,500, but you haven't been able to make that.
No, ma'am. I'm completely broke right now.
Probably a good reason we appoint an attorney then. You don't have family that's willing to help you out on that?
I've tried. I'm currently going through a hard time in my life.
Missy, you may need to help Miss Gill leave.
Yes, please.
Your Honor, before she's released, I apologize. We are closed tomorrow.
Oh, Miss Gill?
Yeah, I couldn't figure out how to exit. I'm sorry.
Yeah, she just pointed out that the courthouse is closed tomorrow. So when do you want her to come back or reschedule that appointment?
I apologize. It would be Thursday at 1:30.
Thursday at 1:30, Miss Gill.
Is tomorrow a holiday? Is it a holiday I didn't know about?
Yes, it's called Juneteenth.
Juneteenth.
On June 19th, in honor of the last slaves known that Slavery was abolished, is my understanding.
Okay.
That is
Don't take
correct.
that-
It happened in
thank-
Texas.
What was that, Mr.
Okay.
Paul?
It happened in Texas. Texas was the last state to let their slaves know that they were freed, and it was on June 19th,
Okay.
months after the Civil War was ended.
There we go.
Okay.
They didn't have
So
email
Thursday.
days.
Thursday at 1:30. Now you've got a little more education there, don't you?
Thank
All
you.
right. Now I do too. Thank you, Mr. Paul. I didn't know
Anytime.
that Texas was the holdout, but
Texas
right.
usually is the holdup.
okay. So back to the gentleman in the jail, Mr. Mitchell it is.
It is, Your Honor. We're ready to proceed.
On the record in 2024 CR 45, State of Kansas versus Andrew Elijah Mitchell. Please announce appearances.
May it please the court, the state appears by Jill Gillette, County Attorney.
Richard Paul on behalf of Mr. Mitchell, who appears in person and in custody at the Greenwood County Jail by Zoom.
And how does he wish to proceed today, Mr. Paul?
Judge, pursuant to plea negotiations, Mr. Mitchell is going to plead no contest to count 1. That's possession of THC. I believe labs are back. The county attorney can let me know when it comes to that. All the other charges are going to be dismissed. The joint recommendation is, and Judge, we will rely on the affidavit as the factual basis for the no contest plea. It'll be a 120-day underlying sentence, 6 months of reporting probation. And just to let the court know that Mr. Mitchell's been in custody for 2 weeks now. He was employed before he went to jail, but I have a sinking feeling he's not going to be employed when he gets out. So, Judge, I would just have you use your discretion on attorney's fees. And that's all I have.
Okay, so there's the issue of attorney fees. We do have labs, Miss Gillette?
We do.
We do. Well, that was
Okay.
quicker than we usually do. So that's 400. And any fines recommended?
I do not believe so, Your Honor.
Okay. And with this being a misdemeanor, court costs are 153. 153 or 158. I got that wrong the other day. Somebody pointed
I
that
thought it
out.
was 8. I thought it was 158.
I think it is too now that we talk about it.
All right.
$45 booking fee. And you said non-reporting probation?
Reporting, Judge.
Reporting. So there's a $60 fee. 6-month reporting.
So, Judge, based on all those, I would ask that the attorney's fees be waived with those costs.
That is a chunk. All right. Ms. Gillette, that is your agreement?
Yes, I would ask for nominal attorney's fees like $50. Court cost, booking fee, KBI lab fee, and supervision fee.
And Mr. Mitchell, is that your plea agreement?
Yes.
Remind me, you're how old? 19?
21.
Oh, 21. Okay. And where were you working?
I was working for the unemployment office in Independence, Missouri.
You're from Missouri. Okay.
Sorry, that's kind of funny. He worked for the unemployment office and now he's unemployed.
That is
Now
unusual.
he's going to go back in as a client now rather than an employee.
Well, you never know. They may be impressed and take you back. That's right. You had a special program you were working there, I think, right?
Yes.
Yes. Maybe they'll take you back. All right. We will proceed with your plea. How do you want to plead to count 1 possession of marijuana? Your attorney said no contest?
No contest.
All right. So you're not going to admit the charge, but you don't want to deny it and take it to trial. Is that correct?
Yes.
And is anyone making you enter this plea today by any kinds of threats or promises other than your plea agreement?
No.
All right. And Ms. Gillette, do you agree that the court can take judicial notice of the affidavit supporting the arrest herein?
We do, Your Honor, and the KBI lab shows that it was positive for THC with the pipe that he had on him.
All right. I do have the probable cause to support the arrest that was filed earlier in this case by Deputy Stephen Michelson, finding that the defendant has freely and voluntarily entered this plea and that a factual basis exists to support it, I find the defendant guilty. I sentence you, sir, in accordance with your plea agreement, whereby your term will be 120 days. You will get credit for time served in the unfortunate event that you'd ever have to serve the 120 days. Whatever you've served would be counted against that. But I'm giving you a 6-month reporting probation so that you hopefully won't have to serve that remainder. Your probation will require you to contact the probation office as soon as you're released, if they're still open, and if not, as soon as they're open thereafter. The jail can give you their number and their address. Probation conditions include payment of the $400 KPI fee, the $158 court costs and $45 booking fee, as well as $60 probation supervision fee. I am waiving fines as well as attorney fees. You will be required to comply with all standard conditions, and Ms. Morgan or her other worker there will go over those conditions with you at your appointed time. You're to have no drugs, no alcohol. Don't be around anyone that's offering those, supplying those. And I'm going to leave it to the probation discretion if you need an evaluation or not. I'm not ordering it at this time, but if they determine you need it, you will have to get it and comply with the terms of that evaluation. It is going to be a little out of the norm to order supervision with you living in Missouri, but if they want you here, you'll have to be here. Whatever they tell you to do, you'll have to do, or you'll lose the probation option. Anything else we need to address, counsel?
No, Your Honor, thank you.
Okay, Ms. Morgan?
I'll be his probation officer. So if he wants to give me a call on Thursday, I don't know if they can give you my number or I can give it to you now.
I believe the jail has it, Jessica.
Okay, perfect.
So
Just give me a call Thursday morning at 9.
All right.
He'll be signing his release, and I'm sure you'll be signing his release from custody today, Your Honor.
That is correct.
Then I have nothing further on this case.
All right, thank you.
Andrew, good luck.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Judge,